self-education, it's one of the things I'm doing with my buddy Tony Robbins. It's our passion right now to make self-education the new norm, because literally the other day we're having a conversation and I said, without self-education, we're both laughing our asses off that we'd both be just totally screwed if we didn't find this path, right? And it's funny talking to him because he's the one that got me started on the path, right? And I said, we probably would have met if I didn't find self-education, but it would have been if you were in upstate New York and you went through a McDonald's drive-thru and I would have asked you if you wanted to supersize those fries, right? And we just laughed hard. But we've been really passionate, and we're working on a project together to help people extract the knowledge in their head. Like, let's just be honest, and I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but the current education system's broken.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they won't fix it, but it's broken. It's antiquated. Technology's moving too fast. Colleges have gone up 8 times while jobs and salaries have stayed flat.
Yeah. Well, they're also teaching us the things that aren't serving
They're not relevant.
our lives forever.
Yeah.
They're teaching us subjects. They're not teaching us a belief system.
Right, a belief system, habits, successful traits, right? It's just the world has changed so much, and it needs to be updated. But until then, self-education should be the norm. I mean, you think about this, my staff, the majority of my staff right now are young as heck. But I'm not hiring people. Half of my staff haven't gone to college. I have a 19-year-old kid running my social media ad spend. He spends a couple $100,000 a week every week. He's 19. I have a 22-year-old doing everything on YouTube. We're killing it on YouTube. I have all these young kids, and how I hired them, because I'm in this phase of my life, is I didn't care where they went to school or if they went to school, and I didn't care if they ever worked before. All I wanted to know is, was self-education a part of their life? Did they read the same books, do the same courses as I did? Were they A players, and were they teachable? And if that was, I'd hire them. I just hire a consultant to come in, train them for a day, 2 days, a week, and then let them go. Wow. I think I have the best staff on the planet, and most of those kids would have been misfits in corporate America. So Tony and I want to share, like, the answer to that is in everybody's list. Like right now, if you're listening, the answer to fix this problem is in your head, because the world has got so niche that, there's people having workshops on how to cut a fade, how to cut a fade in a hair, and a barber, instead of just making money cutting hair, he's making a fortune every month teaching other people how to do it, right? Everybody has an expertise, and what Tony and I want to do is help the world unlock it, learn how to share it, and get paid for it. Here's a crazy stat that an industry that didn't even exist not that long ago. The self-education business is a $355 million a day industry. And I just read an article where it's expected to double in the next 2 years. The world is realizing that I can go to school and then learn from somebody, or I went to school 20 years ago and it's not serving me. I'm not even in that field. You go to school, learn from somebody, get 30 years of experience, then hopefully get a promotion, or you can leapfrog and learn from somebody who already has the experience if they can just extract it and share it. Like I look at what we've learned, like a skill, an expertise, a hobby, whatever it is. If it's like a hard drive that builds up value, if you wouldn't throw that hard drive away after 20 years or 10 years or 5 years of accumulating knowledge, you like throw away a multi-million-dollar hard drive. I think people should feel that way about their thoughts, their skills, their expertise. Like, if you have a knowledge, if it took you a year or 2 or 3 to figure something out, you should be obligated to extract it. But here's the cool part. There's a process to extract it. Yeah. Share it with people and get paid. It's a $355 million industry. When Tony and I started, Tony started way before me, but I'm over 20 years in this. It wasn't that cool, but it is now. That's why people listen to your podcast. They want new capabilities. Most people's best thinking got them where they are.
When I got started in business, when I was on my sister's couch, I didn't know the answers, but I knew that school didn't teach me the answers, and I needed to go seek them out. So I started seeking out mentors who had the answers. And I was kind of masterminding on my own, one-on-one with people when I was 23, 24 years old on my sister's couch. Then I remember they helped me get into business. Like these ideas from these mentors, they coached me, and I had the coachability and the desire. So I was hungry for it. They coached me to getting into business and launching it. And I remember my business did about $500,000 in sales for 12 months, this 12 months before this. Then I went to the first mastermind. The next month, I made $250,000 from the mastermind, from connecting with a few people, from the insights, from the knowledge I gained. I was like, wow, I can save so much time and money by doing this one thing. And I've been a part of masterminds for the last 10 years. We just came back from one that
game changer.
Is going to help our businesses and everything for the next 3, 4, or 5 years to come from what we learned in 2 days. And so what are you and Tony Robbins doing then with this project? And how are you helping people? How can we get involved?
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you're an expert, you have a skill, you have knowledge, you're in this business. Like, as you're hearing this, like, imagine learning from Tony. And I don't think there's two people more capable. He's in 42 years. I'm in 21. We got 63 years of knowledge in this business. But if you're listening and you're already in this business, you're like, hey, I want to learn from these guys. And what we're teaching people to do in a blueprint is how to extract your knowledge and teach it in a way that's congruent. Whether you want to teach it online or in person through like a workshop or an online Zoom call or a mastermind, or if you want to build a community. I mean, in today's world, building a community and bringing like-minded people together creates massive revenue. That's where this $355 million a day. We're going to teach people how to extract their knowledge. But this is why I want everybody to listen right now, how to extract their knowledge and share it, make an impact on the world. Everybody wants to make an impact, including you and I and everybody listening. Imagine making an impact and get paid. But who I really want to listen right now, this is real. I mean, people are in the business already know, but this is for anybody right now if you're listening and want to make additional revenue. If you'd love to make an impact on the world, you need to come hang out with Tony and I, because what most people don't realize is that this is an industry. If you're an expert, you should extract your knowledge, learn how to share it, and learn how to profit. But here's the thing. It's for everyone who wants to make more money and make an impact, because if you look at, we're going to teach you how to be the reporter of knowledge. Think about this. Tony wrote one of the most successful finance books in the history of the world. Money Master the Game. Big monster read. Book went crazy. Tony's not a finance guy.
Yeah, he was a reporter. He curated the information.
He curated the information. He was the reporter of the information. And he was able to share it and make a massive profit. I was on stage at my event and I said, hey, if I never did a real estate deal in my life, who in this room would pay me to come to a virtual workshop and showing you how to do real estate? You know, thousands of people, not one person raised their hand. I said, okay, but what if I went and interviewed the top 10 real estate investors in America, and I found their 7 common denominators for success? What if I was doing a Zoom workshop on that? Who would pay me $1,000 to come on it? The whole entire audience raised their hand. This is where our world is going. Technology has changed. The world has changed. People are ready to pay for community, for collaboration. So whether you're the expert or not, you have the opportunity to profit and make an impact and help change the world. Fix education and do what Tony and I want, make self-education the new norm.